Well, yes, since the announcement of the return of Laurent Gbagbo yesterday night, we've been getting reaction to the news gradually coming in this morning. On the side of the government, Kouadio Konan-Bertin, called Kakabe, the Minister of Reconciliation, had spoken yesterday, and he was pretty clearly calling for the RHDP, the governmental party, for calm. He said, and I'm quoting him, that the RHDP should be in a good mindset as much as a chief of state does to welcome Laurent Gbagbo, because what we need to recall here is that the idea of the return of Laurent Gbagbo actually makes a consensus today, as the President Ouattara gave himself a green light for the return of Laurent Gbagbo on the 7th of April. But the government and the RHDP would like to avoid something spectacular, and they would rather prefer something more discreet. And it's in that direction that Adama Bictogo, for instance, the executive president of the RHDP, called Ivory not to fall into exuberant triumphalism on the return of Laurent Gbagbo, and it stays actually one of the main questions. So how will Laurent Gbagbo will come back? What will the return of the ex-president will look like? Spectacular, discreet? Of course, this is in the hand of the team of Laurent Gbagbo, and the answer probably comes from Justin Koné-Katinan, who is the spokesman of Laurent Gbagbo, and who said the return of Laurent Gbagbo shouldn't be in hide and seek, but a real popular movement that would be, and again I'm quoting him, up to task in hand. Another last sign that probably indicates that this will be an important and festive event is the front page of certain medias that says the big return on Thursday the 17th at 2 o'clock. It seems like the date and time is given for a meeting with the ex-president.
The question, though, is what will happen to Laurent Gbagbo once he is back there in Ivory Coast? Some people are questioning if it's the right idea to just turn the page on the past.
Yes, absolutely. On the political class, it is basically consensual that the return of Laurent Gbagbo should be pacific. But certain actors, as for instance, the collective of the victim of the crisis of Ivory Coast, has made many protests and has spoken recently. The president of this movement, Isiaka Diaby, is actually accused of being close to the RHDP, the governmental party, and this person asked for Laurent Gbagbo to be to be arrested when he comes back for the attack of the BCAO case, for which Laurent Gbagbo was condemned of 20 years of prison. So one thing is certain, is that it marks the end of a decade in exile for the former president, seen by his supporter as a hero or even a martyr, wrongly accused of war crime and crimes against humanity during the post-election crisis in 2010-2011.
Samuel, thank you. Samuel Bernard there reporting for us from Abidjan in Ivory Coast.